Hello, and welcome back to Warhammer 40K Chaos Gate Deamon Hunter. And we are now on our second mission at the Echoes of Contagion, which is a low-level danger, and it's going to provide us with one Grimoire. The current warp risk is going to be 15% and one unknown minion of chaos. So let's go ahead and set up our squad, which looks good the way it is. So we're gonna go with this. And I've spent the last week trying to find a good summary of the lore of Chaos Gate, or of lore of the universe of 40K.
Disturbances here echo those I encountered on
And
the hive cities are
it's
abandoned,
definitely
but there is life below.
a
Brothers,
massive
seek out any corruption and purge it.
history on this whole universe. I did find something that glazes over a lot of the pre-human history, and right now I'm in Millennium 35, I think. So I'm only halfway through the summary. It's taking me a whole week. Granted, I'm not reading hours per day, but it's a lot. Anyways, so we're moving our knights up, our Grey Knights, which is as I found out, a special, it tells you in the game they're a special faction, but, or a chapter, which is like a division, a small division, instead of being, which changed after some previous thing that happened. I'm not going to talk about the lore too much. If you want to know more, you can read it, but I just wanted to know more for myself. It looks like we have 4 cultists. So that was our unknown enemy. So I kind of want to use, it looks like that statue is going to be a brilliant attack for those 2 cultists standing next to it. So I'd rather use my Apothecary, since generally I don't use him for combat, or for damage. I think he has the lowest damage, but not sure. I mean, he has the bolter, and I think he'll be fine. So I'm gonna try and figure out. I want him close enough to shoot it, but I don't want him to be at risk. I want to keep him, semi-safe. So I think right there, technically he's behind cover. I don't know if that counts as actually behind cover. That's fine. We're gonna take out these 2 cultists on the left, and then we'll just have the 2 on the right, which we still have a whole bunch of turns to kill them with. Perfect. And I got another shot, because I didn't want to use 2 AP on moving, which lets me burn this guy, which I found out later that any dots you put on somebody, every dot that you put on an enemy or an ally, if an ally gets a dot either from you or an enemy, only does damage at the end of their turn. So I was thinking he was gonna die end of my turn, beginning of their turn, so he wasn't gonna get a turn. So I was focused on, and I know it's a small amount of damage, so I know he need to hit that guy in the fire one more time, but I also want to kill this guy in the back, and there's no reason to do full damage to this guy. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So just gonna move our Interceptor Storm up, and Iolanthus, our Justicar, up. And Justicar should be able to hit both targets from there. But I'm gonna shoot the one on the left first, because that's more important. And for some reason, I can't hit him. I'm not sure why. It said I could shoot him. So, just gonna use his 1 action point left to to do the damage I needed to him. So I'm expecting that. Gonna kill this guy, do some damage to my interceptor, and I have 2 shots left, or 2 action points left. So I'm gonna move forward with my Purgator Thule.
Yes, come on.
And kill this guy. Though, another thing you could have done is, as soon as that guy moves out of range, Storm had the advantage to take an attack of opportunity, and that would have killed him. But instead, I killed him with a gun and let this guy shoot my Apothecary by flanking him. But he dies at the end, so sure, good enough. He's dead. My Apothecary got shot. So let's move up, and I skipped ahead here because it took me a long time to figure out how to get around this fire. This is giving me troubles and kept wanting to throw my knights into it. Anyways, we're up. Now let's have our Purgator Thule break down this door and let's see what's on the other side.
Moving out.
Perfect. And nothing. Nothing's on the other side. It probably would have told us if there was, but it would have been cool if something was on the other side. Just Thule breaking down that door and just with his giant machine gun. So we didn't see this patrol earlier. So I realized later that these patrols, they move a lot during their turn. So yeah, they got a lot of movement when they're not actually in combat. So they'll go real far. Or at least it seems farther than normal. Not sure. But we're gonna try and figure out what we want to do, because right now I got 1 knight suppressed and no one's in range to do much of anything. So I'm trying to figure out, I want to do something, not do nothing. I got a couple of grenades I could use, but not with my Apothecary. I do want to hit that, but it's gonna be hard to get to it because I can only go on the right side, and that leaves me open to the 4 cultists on the right. So yeah, so I was trying to figure out how the Cybolt works. Just adds 1 more damage, and don't think it was worth it in this case to add 1 damage because I wasn't gonna kill him anyways. But my Purgator Thule definitely has some grenades, or 1 grenade, so I can definitely kill the guy and knock the other one off the edge, which will leave that area clear enough, I think, for Iolanthus to get up there and, Thule to get up there. Now I was having a lot of troubles trying to figure out how to get this knight up here. So I could send Thule up there, or he's got this giant gun. So he's got 2 action points left. I have Iolanthus back here, so I think he might be better to go up front. Yeah, so that should work, and we'll knock that right on him. Love the animations or the cutscenes for knocking things, so breaking things apart. It's really cool. So now Interceptor Storm is available to do some damage. So we'll just go up, straight up melee this guy, and let's get rid of him so he doesn't get another turn.
Another one down.
And we got 2 enemies left. And yeah, I think I'll put Thule back here Give him some cover. He can't really do much anyways, even if I brought up forward, so. Could bring him, oh wait, there's a bench right there. I can use that as cover.
Moving out.
Alright. Cool. So, they actually work in my favor. And they can move to the right and do a long shot, which only did 2 damage, which my Just Scars armor did fine. But then my poor Apothecary gets flanked a second time. Poor dude. Shot again from the flank. So, and now he can't move because he's got the Overwatch on him, and he's at half health, or almost half. Poor dude. So, yeah, we're just gonna move our Purgator up front, and he's gonna shoot this guy down. Yeah, that's definitely gonna do enough damage. And we'll disrupt it, because if we do that, then our Apothecary can move up, and I think our Apothecary, Harn, deserves this kill after healing himself. This is ridiculous, poor dude. I was afraid that at this point he was gonna get wounded because half health. So I was hoping healing him would make sure that he wouldn't be wounded at the end of this battle. So we'll see if that's actually what happens. So now Thule can't hit him with his gun, so we're just gonna melee this guy. I did find out though, right there. So I'm not sure if it's just those weapons, the silencer and the other heavy gun. I forget its name right now, but they actually had a knockback, or he had a knockback on that. So that was kind of cool. And if I had one more action point, I could have just knocked him off the edge instead.
With haste.
That's something I need to keep in mind for later. I wonder if it works on bigger targets.
All enemies have been cleansed. Good work,
But
Commander.
Iolanthus got his reaction strike and finished that mission. Only 2 patrols to kill. So we're gonna head back to the ship, and I don't think the Apothecary Harn took any wounded damage. We get our Grimoire, which adds 20% to our research speed, which is nice. So, and we're gonna some experience on, so we can level up 3 of our guys. So, for our Purgator, I wanted him to be a long range, like heavy gunner support. So we're gonna use the left tree here and go up, which is into the silencer territory, and that'll give 4 range to a silencer. So I think they start with 14. I think it's 14 range, and you add another 4 on top of that. That's 18 range. Granted, all range weapons lose 50% of their damage at long range, I think. They start losing damage at 50% of their range. So then at like 75%, I think they lose 50% of the damage. So it's like incremental. 50% range to 75% range, it's 2 damage, and so on. But we're gonna have Storm do the teleport strike, and Harn's gonna be our healer with Terminator armor. Perfect. However, we're not gonna be able to reach either of these missions. So the best I can do, I think, is just sit somewhere in the middle, and we have a prognosticar we could use, which will increase the decrease the plague or the chaos on a mission by 1, and add 3 more days to trying to get to it. So it would have been nice to actually use that right now, and I could have probably made it to one of those other missions, but I didn't realize that they do the tutorial for the prognosticar actually right after this. So instead of reaching this mission, you just sit in the middle and hit advanced time.
We cannot afford to sit on our hands while the bloom spreads unchallenged.
And our Inquisitor does not like that one bit. That's okay though. Nothing I could do about it, or at least I didn't think I could do anything about it. I could have, but I didn't. So we just finished our research for the Agorium, which is where we get the prognosticars. And I could do another one. Or I can do a barracks, because the barracks will give us more knights, and we really only have 1.5 teams right now, I think, with 6 knights. So I'd like to get at least 2 more knights in our barracks, and at least we have 2 teams.
We have restored functionality to the Augurium and should review our prognostica choir. When prognosticas are attuned to a system, they will extend the mission timer in all adjacent systems.
So I don't know if I could have used the prognosticar earlier, because I didn't have the Agorium finished. Maybe I could have, but I don't think so. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. So, never mind on my previous statement. So, yeah, I was reading about how this whole world, the universe. Oh, we have a Grandmaster report.
This is Inquisitor Cartha Vakir of the Ordo Malleus. I am alumnus of Evixia Danica. Access code Clarion Magenta 111721. I require.
This is Grandmaster Vardan Kai responding, Inquisitor. This act borders on heresy. The screams of the astropods you burned already reverberate through the warp. It is fortunate for you that I am prosecuting a campaign in the nearby Chimera system. I suggest you explain yourself and...
Grandmaster, I have commandeered the baleful edict. We face...
You have seized a Grey Knight strike cruiser.
As is my right, I have foreseen dire omens for this sector. Already Nurgle's poxwalkers roam free.
Oh, indeed. I'm surprised an agent of your pedigree is not equipped to deal with such lesser threats of chaos. Agravain, perhaps you can clear up this nonsense for me.
My lord, he fell in battle during our last campaign against the Cadium cult. We had been returning to Titan for repairs when this Inquisitor intervened.
Ah, Brother Ektar, that is sorry news. I trust then that you have appointed one of our brothers to act in his stead. Well, speak up then, Commander. What say you to this Inquisitor's story?
Even though we're a strike cruiser, we have like 6 knights, so we're not really that strong. But I agree, I think we should agree with the Inquisitor in this.
A single one of your brothers could defeat a horde of such parasites. Why should this Inquisitor be granted an entire strike force?
I am confident these poxwalkers are the symptom of a much greater cancer. I only need a little time to conduct further research.
Very well. I am not in the habit of second-guessing those under my command, that is, until given a good reason. I will leave the baleful edict in your care.
You have my thanks.
Don't thank me yet. I will give you 60 Tertean solar days to prove this threat warrants the deployment of an entire strike force. Battle-worn as...
But I... Typical.
After each Grandmaster's report,
So
you can spend your requisition to unlock and upgrade armor slots.
we can upgrade this armory, which will
The
allow
resource
us
slot
to...
gives you access to the new knight reinforcements, servitors, grimoires, and other resources at the end of a mission. You can only unlock or upgrade each slot once per report. Slot upgrades increase your chance of accessing more and better equipment.
So at the end of each mission, we'll have the chance to get some items for requisition points. So right now, we only have 6, and I'm pretty sure that's the most you can get at this point anyways. So I think we're gonna do knights because we want knights. Armor because every knight needs armor. And war gear is just like the extra stuff, the servo skulls and the grenades. And we can either, and I'm thinking we should do a weapon. So I think ranged weapons would be the best because every knight does have ranged weapons, while not every knight uses their melee. Or I don't even think Purgator Thule has a melee other than his weapons. So we'll do those three, and we'll try and get 10 requisition for the next time. And we'll start research for the stratagem on the left, Quicksilver, which will add 2 action points to 1 knight once per battle or mission. So I think we're gonna do that one first, and then later we'll do the one on the far right, which so the chaos and the warp is pretty much the same thing in this case, and I think the names are interchangeable in the lore. But we got 3 more missions, so I think this one's the closest one, and we might be able to hit the one on the far right because we have 3 extra days. And we just finished our stratagem, so we'll have this for the next mission. Hope I don't forget to use that. And we'll start a new research to lower the corruption by 2 in a system. Not sure if that, I think that's with the pronosticars. And we'll get another one because we should have at least 2. Our solar system's kind of big and doesn't really cover that much. So let's get on to our second mission. I do like how the warp is purple. It's really cool. Alright, so this mission is going to give us 10 servitors, which we need. It's got poxwalkers, it's 15% warp surge, and it has cultists of Nurgle, and Glorious Deed is to win the mission with no critical injuries.
Glorious Deeds are optional objectives that add risk,
and we're gonna do that.
So Fakir has developed psychic techniques to support you.
Oh yeah, let's not forget the stratagem that we just unlocked. So we're Quicksilver, add 2 AP to 1 knight. So we're gonna set up our team and get 2 more knights in there, which is Juskar Bors and Purgator Rugen. So they're our team B, and that's all we have is those 6 knights. So we might as well get team B going, because we don't want to have just one squad fully leveled and the other one fully 0. Because if I lose 1 knight, that means I'm screwed the next mission.
What do we know of this place, Tech Priest?
Archival data on these coordinates is indecipherable. However, the report from the Augurian is clear. The bloom seeds are below. Our mission is clear.
Commander, your brethren must recover one of these seeds from a living host. I have trained your warriors to focus their senses.
Oof.
If they perform a precision strike in hand-to-hand combat, they should be able to locate and extract any seed.
So it's quite a map. So we're gonna have to move pretty much all the way around this whole map just to get to that last seed carrier. So we're gonna start working on that. And I really do enjoy reading the lore about this place, or about this universe. Really interesting. And I was very confused why these things are it's theocracy. And I don't know how I got to that with this technology level. Turns out that the humans in this level, or in this, is actually behind on their technology. They lost a bunch. So
Yes, sir.
it's crazy.
Nothing. Keep looking, Commander.
And that is much bigger than a normal boxwalker.
Enemy sighted.
This will be
He does
illuminating,
not look
Commander.
friendly, whatever that is.
What do you advise,
And we do
Commander?
not want to use 2 AP right now. So I don't even know what I would use 2 AP for. So no one's in range of that pillar. So we can use it for later, but we really don't. Well, that big guy looks scary. I don't want to get close to us.
Yes, sir.
Or get close to my knights. So I think we're gonna focus him first, and then we'll mop up the little guys later. I really don't mind the poxwalkers themselves because they're pretty weak. I can shoot them and kill them in one shot. But I don't like the cultists. But I also don't want to figure out what this guy does. And I can kill 2 of them and do almost over 50% of his damage. Not almost, it is over 50%. That one does slightly less damage, but I hit the cultists in this one. Which I'd prefer to hit the cultists. And so use a couple of will points. I think that increased, yeah, 5% or to 10%. Which at 15% gain isn't that much. Oh yeah, Harn got stuck all the way in the back. Didn't get him all the way up. So we'll bring him up here. I don't think he can do much. He can't really. He can move, knock down that column, but that's not gonna do anything. I can move him up for next turn, so he can do some damage. And I think. So I think. Yeah. We'll see. So we'll see where we'll put boars up front, or on this side, not up front, just on the side behind this nice solid wall, and do some damage. Add some willpower to it. So 1 more damage, and he's gonna be done for. So again, Harn can't do much, so we'll move Interceptor Storm up. Yeah, right next to the bench, half cover, and we'll take out this guy. Which explodes. So I'm glad he didn't get near me. And he did. I think I don't know if the explosion did damage to them. The Poxwalker was resisted, but the cultist is now plagued. So that's some kind of infliction. Great. And they get 2 more guys. 1 more guy. Just 1. Good. Nice shot. Okay, so it's a decent Overwatch. Not gonna move.
Eat this!
Why is Harn's getting shot again? Oh my god. Poor guy. Oh, okay. So the plague does 2 damage like the fire. And we got a friendly fire achievement with that. That's cool. Alright, Harn, you get to kill this guy. Every time you get shot at, you take damage. I mean, Storm got shot out, but he got 0 damage. But, you know. We are going to use Storm's ability to teleport. Because since we can't move with this Overwatch here, we're just going to kill this guy. So we have 2 more AP, because that teleport only uses like 3 willpower, 2 willpower, and 1 AP. So we got 2 left, and we're just gonna kill him. Straight up. So Boris needs a kill. He's just been sitting back here, so we'll give him a kill. Nice. Perfect. So we're just gonna move forward and let's see what else we got. We got a bridge. We can cross this bridge. But why don't we just push forward and try and get some more kills and get some experience for these guys? Oh.
Not yet. Do not relent until you
All
find
right,
me another
cool.
seed.
Their turn, and we were able to get them on their turn. I'm not sure if that matters, because as soon as we initiate combat, they start with their turn first, no matter what. So. And the sea carriers are in the same position. So, our knights are a little spread out, more than I would like, but that's okay. We can definitely move Interceptor Storm up. I don't want to move him too far forward.
With haste.
He can't shoot anything though. Oh, no, he can shoot this guy. Nice. Alright, we'll do some damage to this guy. And if you didn't notice, the glass in the back, the stained glass, actually got broke by one of his bullets. It's actually kind of cool how much of the environment gets destroyed as we are just going around here just shooting everything. Like, you'll see it later as well, the stained glass and some of the windows do get knocked out by the bullets or explosions that happen. So, oh yeah, can we kill this guy? No, we won't kill him, but he's got 1 health left. I think boars could take him out if needed. But again, Apothecary Harn out of range of everything. So what to do? We can do an Overwatch, which isn't gonna do anything because he can't do it on the left side, and it doesn't even have range. And he's just barely out of range, right? Just a little bit more and he could get shot. I don't want to waste him moving forward because he's got shot 1 too many times already. But Justicar Wars has a grenade, and grenades have a knockback. So what we could do is throw this grenade right there and give this cultist a little push. So we push him just that much closer, and Apothecary Harn, perfectly can take some shots at this guy and kill. So it actually wouldn't have mattered. We would have killed 1 cultist either way. Or could have shot that one, which pinned him, or used the grenade, which did, 50% damage to 2 cultists. Not the best grenade, but pushing the cultist for a kill was actually pretty fun. And pushed the other one away, so he's only did 1 damage. And then an Overwatch, of course. Can't be a cultist if you don't set up an Overwatch at the end of your turn. Another 1 damage. Armor's working swimmingly. God, I love this armor. Alright, so Harn can definitely move up and take out this cultist on the right. And he'll have an extra ability. These 2 are definitely going to need to get out of here, because that's a time bomb one of the cultists threw down. And that's going to go off next turn. I think it will do like 4 damage or something, so definitely don't want to be here when that goes off. So we move Rugen out of the way. And we kind of want to get rid of this Overwatch, but he doesn't have the silencer. He has the other heavy gun. So, which is, yeah, not gonna have. It has the overkill. No, it was the overkill. The other ability with this that does multiple damage to a small area, but at a longer range. while the silencer has a shorter range on that same ability. Except for the silencer's is a cone and that one's a circle. I don't know, I like the silencer more because it has more range, but I do like this type of gun as well with its longer range AoE effect. So Storm could teleport and take out the Overwatch. Both of them actually, probably. But we want Arn to get some skills, you know. Alright, and so now we should get some damage on him. Nice. And then obviously we're gonna teleport this guy out of that time grenade in the middle there. Looks perfect. And I want to share the kills again. So, you know, spread it around. So Storm is gonna take out that guy. So Boris can come around and take out this guy. With his massive hammer. I like the hammer. The hammer is a nice weapon. Just does, there's some skills I was looking at, and I think it can eventually do armor break. So if we get any enemies with armor, we can just get rid of it. So that'll be nice when we can do that.
It is a warp surge, Inquisitor. Such events are common in pitch battles between psychers.
And yet your brothers have clearly restrained their powers. Something foul
So,
at work below.
Yeah, something I didn't understand initially was how the Grey Knights are these psychic abilities. Not everyone does. They're called psychers, and apparently the Emperor is currently the best psyker that's been ever alive, ever. And the Grey Knights are actually like clones of him of some sort. They use the word gene seed, so I don't know how cloning that is. Like, is that like 50% or is that like 100%? But anyways, Grey Knights specifically are supposed to be like the Emperor, so they should have strong willpower. And we early get that seed.
My commendations to that knight. Return with that seed as soon as you can.
So, this video is actually starting to get long. We're at almost 40 minutes now, and we got a long way to go. We still have to see 2 seed carriers to kill, and also the fun that comes with killing the 2 seed carriers. So, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good week and a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.